from Tsukineko inks. It comes in this spray bottle like this, but you don't have to use it as a spray. In fact, my favorite way to use it is on stamps. So let me show you a project. I'm going to take a piece of white cardstock here and a stamp from Prima. It says Journey on it. That's what the stamp looks like. It's clear like this. I'm going to put it on my stamp block. And I'm going to take some of this Goosebumps spray here and just spray a little bit on a blending sponge like that. I've already used this a couple times, so it's pretty wet already. It takes about 6 or 8 sprays to get it good saturated. And then I'm just going to sponge it on my stamp here. That. Okay. And stamp on my piece of paper. What this product does is it acts like a resist. So you won't see it on there. It's clear. So you don't see it on there, but trust me, it's there. We're going to give it a second or so to dry. In the meantime, you want to wipe off your stamp right away with a damp cloth, just a wet, with water cloth, because if not, the spray here will dry on your stamp and then it'll make it cloudy. So just wipe that off, paper towel dry it, and then we'll set it aside. Okay, in the meantime, it is good and dry now. So I'm going to take some Distress ink and Spiced Marmalade. There we go. Spiced Marmalade, Scattered Straw, and Fired Brick. These are the colors I'm using. So get my blending buddy here. And pat on there. Get up. And start coloring. And you will notice that where we stamped is resisting the ink. How about that? Isn't that great? I'm not done yet. Okay. Now I'm going to take another stamp. I'm going to use a clear butterfly stamp here. Position it on my block. Moisten it up with some more of that spray. No need to spray any more on there. Your sponge should be good and moist already from it, so you don't need to add any more. And I'm going to stamp him right about there. Down, lift it up, clean off our stamp, just like that, dry it, peel it off, set it to the side. So now that that's on there, and you can't see it still yet, I grab the Spiced Marmalade blending pad here, and get up and start blending. See, it's still resisting for you. And watch that butterfly appear. Now he's not showing up too much just yet because there's not a lot of contrast between the marmalade and the yellow, the scattered straw. But when I grab the fired brick, Now it really pops. You can just take your paper towel and go over it a little bit and rub off any of the residue if you want. That. And then what I'm going to do, take it one step further, of this Sun Sisters Glimmer Mist. So, like that. Let's see if I can zoom in here for you. That, and then I will use this later and turn it into a tag. Another thing that you can do with the Goosebumps spray, you can spray it directly. So let me zoom back out here. Okay. You can spray it directly and it'll just create a textury, bumpy spray kind of texture on whatever you use. Or I like to use it with a mask. Here is a piece of Prima paper. A piece of Prima paper. It's from the Anna Lee collection called Poetry. Sorry about that. And what I did is I took a Prima 12x12 mask and then I sprayed all over it with this Goosebumps spray, peeled the mask off, let it dry, then I inked it up with some broken china and some faded denim and some peeled paint distress ink, and that is what we got. So where it was masked, the ink soaks in, and where it was not masked, where the Goosebumps spray went, it acted like a resist, so the ink didn't get picked up there. So that's pretty cool, right? You can create your own 12x12 pattern papers. Goosebumps spray just was released at this CHA, and Your Memories Here has several bottles in stock. So if you want to get some and start goosebumping your papers. Oh, and it also is good on canvas, glass, acrylic, acetate, pretty much anything. It dries clear and it's water resistant when it's dry. It dries pretty quickly depending on how thick you put it on, maybe 10 minutes max. I've used my heat gun on it to speed the drying, but it's really not necessary. So, thanks for watching. Bye.